You are awesome, and thanks. Keep that energy going. I'm going to ask you again, are you ready for your next comedian? He's just an amazing guy. He is a genius in the video production and film production industry. Put your hands together for Tom Hoch.
How's it going, New York City? Right? Yeah. We're here. New York. Yeah, I love it. Here in big city. I'm Tom Hoch, 53-year-old dad and husband from Denver, Colorado. Right? Soak it in. Yeah, I know. Taking a look at this guy right here, right? You look, New Yorker. This guy's just a magnet for muggers. Right? Yeah, I'm the mugger magnet. Yeah. I'm a little bit nervous about it, too. You know, people are telling me this, that I'm a little bit nervous I'm going to get taken down after the show is over tonight. And kind of a little bit nervous I might get taken down during the show because I saw our boy over here noticing my money belt that I bought. Secret money belt that I had. I know I'm not supposed to talk about the secret money belt or about the emergency 20 that I got stashed in my shoe. But hey, I'm a fun guy. You know, I like to stop and walk around, chat with people, talk people up. You know, that's kind of my thing. You know, in Colorado, it's not that big a deal. You know, Colorado, stop and chat with somebody. Learn about the latest 14er somebody might have climbed, or learn about the new craft brewery, or the new kombucha place, right? Kombucha's sweet, right? But here in New York City, I found out today it can be a little expensive with that attitude. You know, cruising through Times Square earlier today, shockingly as a tourist, and you know, I met some interesting people. You know, I think I helped a bunch of people out. I got 15 new bracelets. And got some CDs from I guess the next best thing hip-hop artist in town, you know. We invested in that. And I helped out a local youth soccer club, you know, so it was nice. I felt good about that. You know, I love New York City. It's fun visiting here. You have family here, relatives here. It's fun to visit New York City. Living here in New York City would be really rough for me. For a guy like me, it'd be tough living in New York City. I love living in Colorado. Love living in Denver, safe place, fun place. And one of the things that we have is we have more weed dispensaries than we have Starbucks. You know, that's true. Yeah, more weed dispensaries than Starbucks, which is crazy because I don't smoke weed. You know, yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, I can't smoke weed. You know, in Colorado, the weed thing is a whole thing. It's like a whole other level. That's why they call Colorado the Mile High City. Yeah. You know, the weed thing is just crazy. You walk into some of these places, you see these dispensaries, you're like, what is this thing? And you walk into these dispensaries, and there's this whole other setup. There's this whole other thing. It's not like this little bag of weed, this little dime bag that you might have been used to in the past. Like, this thing's a whole different level. Like, these scientists have escalated this whole other thing. You know, you just can't do weed. You know, you smoke a little puff of weed, you know, you might get the spins. But be careful, if you eat the whole cookie, you're going to be high for 3.5 days. You know, and that's true. I have a few people in this room that might be able to attest to that. You know, it's like, you can't do that. I can't be high. I'm a dad. I got stuff to do. I can't show up to the scout meeting high. Right? Show up to scouts. Like, there's like, hey, can you teach me how to tie the knots? I'm like, how am I going to remember all the knots? Right? I mean, there's over 100 knots in the scout handbook. 100 knots. That's a lot. That's a lot for a scout, young scout, for a dad to remember. How can you remember how to tie all these knots? And they got these crazy names too. You got the timber hitch, right? You got the sheet bend. You got the marlin spike, right? Classic marlin spike. Then you got the monkey fist. This is an actual knot. The purpose of this knot is that when you tie it, the more something or someone resists against it, the tighter that knot gets. I don't know anybody outside of a serial killer who's going to need to know how to tie a monkey fist, right? Yeah, I mean, one of the crazy things about scouts, though, is that recruiting is down. Recruiting is down with scouts, yeah. They even started letting girls into Boy Scouts. Teenage boys still not joining with the girls coming in, yeah, right? You can't, yeah, like what's going to happen with that? But yeah, with all the unfortunate improprieties of the past and all the things that have happened, you know, it's just a thing that's happened. And it's crazy because when I was a kid, you had to be in Scouts. It was like a requirement of boyhood. Like, you had to be in. Your dad set you up for Scouts because he couldn't put you in the Army yet. You know, you had to just, like, do something. So like, all right, hey, you're in Scouts. All right, hey, go off with volunteer Scoutmaster Jim. He's going to take you up to the woods for 2 weeks. It's going to be fine. Just jump in the back of his truck. You and your buddies, we'll see ya. You know, no safety issue or concern. All right, bye. You know, no email, no phone, no internet, no nothing like that. Right? You come back and, you know, the postcard you sent your parents from the national park showed up like 2 weeks after you got back home. You know, but yeah, I mean, now it's just like less and less Scouts, and it's crazy. You know, it's tough. It's like the other thing about Scouts, too, is there's all these different kinds of kids in Scouts, and I'm a volunteer Scout leader. I've been helping out. I love it. I mean, I know I make fun of it. It's fun, but being part of Scouts has been a cool thing for me, like learning a lot about the kids. You know, it's tough. You know, it's other differences, too, about the kids. You know, other kids that I can tell differences between the kids that go to public school and the kids that go to private school. You know, we're pretty lucky that our kids get to go to a private Montessori school. And my wife's been an educator and teacher at a Montessori school downtown. Shout out to Mac. You know, I've been there for 20 years. She's been there, and the boys have been going there since they've been there since they've been like 6 weeks old. Like they've been going to school. You know, they've been pretty lucky. They have that little boost up with that. But with Scouts, you see all this different stuff with kids, and you see the different things they teach kids. I don't know if any of you have been to a Montessori school. It's a little bit different. Yeah, our boy over here, Mac, right? Also eyeing the money belt, this guy over here. You saw it right away. That's what you get, right? You get the leg up. And there's just different things they teach. Like one of the things they teach, they focus on is handwriting. You know, like cursive, right? Like writing your name. Right? We had this exercise in Scouts where, you know, one of the things about your identity that's unique to you is your signature. Like no one can write the name same as you. Our boys have been going there forever, and like their signatures are beautiful, like calligraphy. It's great. Some of these other kids, they're like, hey, write down your signature. Like, they don't even know how to hold a pen. They're like grabbing it. They're like, Marcus. You know, like, I don't know if this kid's trying to write his name. He's trying to stab somebody. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You know, it's like the horrible thing about that is with the writing, I mean, how bad they are spelling. You know, this really bums me out because I'm really, really great at spelling. Yeah. One of the downsides, though, is that no one gets rich from spelling. Yeah, that's not some awesome thing that you get from the spelling. Is that, you know, it's not like the thing that you're going to put on your LinkedIn profile, like title, like, hi, Tom Hoch, spelling expert. Right? You know, you got a bunch of entrepreneurs here. Everybody's got the LinkedIn profile, right? You see it, you like look through, like you're hired or whatever. You see the title, I'm a New York Times best-selling author. I've invested in 30 startups and I've never missed. Ask me how. I'm a pilot. You know what? Screw those guys. I bet you can't spell onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Bam, you're welcome. Yeah, right? Spelling. Yeah, it's not the cool guy thing to do, you know? It's like there's nothing there. Like, right? Why can't I have, like, been good at math? You know, I'm cruising through Central Park. These guys are just racking it in with counting cards. You know, maybe I could have invented SpaceX. Yeah. No. But instead, I'm really awesome at Boggle. Right? Killing it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. But spelling, it's a nice guy's skill, you know. I have that on the list of things that I have, like being really good at spelling. It's a nice guy thing to do. And I'm a super nice guy. You know, I actually had that title on my business card at one point. Tom Hoch, super nice guy. Right? This is all hereditary, okay? So I come from a super long line, generational line of nice guys. Tons of nice guys in my family. My great-great-grandfather was on the Oregon Trail traveling down the country. The guy had dysentery the entire time. He never complained once. My great-great-grandfather lived during the Depression. You know, back in the day, there were like 5 pictures of you, and every one of them, he had this giant smile on his face. Right? My dad, also, nice guy. My dad was in the early days of film and television. You know, I worked alongside him, helped me start my own business. Long line of happy, fun guys, and he was there at the beginning of cable television. And I don't remember if any of you know, back in the days of early cable TV, right? when everybody would sit around and watch TV on the TV, like the one TV that you had. Everybody would just watch whatever was on, and you would watch it, and it would be a show, and there'd be commercials, and you would watch it, and nobody changed the channel. There's like 0 options. Well, now the business has changed a ton. I'm still in media production, content production, doing all this stuff. And now you're watching ads on the phone. Like, you're flipping through the ads, you're watching on your mobile device, right? You're watching the ad, and you're flipping through, and now you have the opportunity to skip. Like, I don't want to watch that. I'm just going to fly right past that thing. Well, our job is to try to get you to hopefully go to 30 and then eventually buy it. And because we've been super successful at that, most of the people in this room tonight are proud owners of the Squatty Potty. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, we did it. We pulled it off. Yeah, and myself as a consumer, I'll like look at stuff, like I'm watching ads and I'm watching stuff on the phone and I'm looking through and I'm like, oh my God. Sometimes you get to the ad and you watch it and you're like 15, 18, 20 seconds in, like, oh my God, I could have skipped. What am I doing? I wasted all that time, those seconds. I'm not getting that time back, right? And it kind of goes back to the phone, too. I'm like, everybody has the TV. Yeah, sure, you're streaming, you're watching, you're binging, yes. But most of the stuff, you're on the phone. Right? You're watching on the phone. All of us have a little bit of dependency on the phone. And that just reminds me of a really horrifying story that I'm about to tell you that some of you might be able to relate to. I know, it's just crazy. So my wife, God bless her, a couple months ago, she ran off to go run some errands, go to the store, do stuff. She left her phone behind at the house for 5 hours. Like, can you imagine that? Like, you leave your phone behind? Like, how are you even going to get to the store? You don't even have, there's no map app. Like, what's the traffic? Where am I supposed to go? And then you get to the store, and you're just totally crippled. You're there, you're like looking at the squash. I can't pull up Pinterest. What is the thing with the squash? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. And the text messages, ding, 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 the texts are coming in. No, you're not replying right away. Are you okay? What's happening? You all right? This is becoming rude. You're not replying to the texts. And to the emails. Don't even start with the emails, right? The emails are coming hot. They're stacking up. All the announcements, all the news, including the new one about the new Squatty Potty. First adopter, now with more Squatty. You want in? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. It's my time. We did it. Thank you so much for coming out. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody else. Love ya.
Big round, nice guy. Come on, you can't pull it for a nice guy. I mean, geez.